All right, you have been heading up our Ja Morant coverage. What say you?
Well, the biggest question now with Ja Morant is whose gun was it? Now, I've reached out to the Glendale Police Department multiple times. As of yesterday, the last time I spoke to the people running the investigation, they still don't know whose gun it is. Now, here's why that's important, Dan. If it's Ja Morant's gun, it likely means he brought it on an NBA plane and had it with him while conducting NBA business. That automatically is going to result in a massive suspension. We're talking 50 games minimum probably. If it was someone else's gun in the strip club who maybe handed it to him, it changes the dynamics. But the problem is the police have told me many times, they cannot figure out where the gun is, whose gun it is, or any information. And right now, that is the biggest piece of the puzzle, who owned the gun.
David, I'm old, okay? And I'm from an era where if the police ask you a question, you give them an answer. Apparently, that doesn't fly here. Asking Morant or his peeps a question doesn't get the answer, correct?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like they are offering up that answer. And to be quite fair, if I was Ja Morant's attorney, and I've said this privately to other people, I would have told him to destroy that gun the moment the video came out. Destroy it, make sure it's never found, and then just lie through your teeth and tell the police someone gave it to you, you don't know whose it was. That's your only strategy, because hypothetically, if it is his gun and he admits to it, and the police might find it out anyways, he is going to lose tens of millions of dollars. He is going to be suspended. He could lose his Nike contract. For him, he has no incentive to tell the truth. I'm not advocating for lying to the police, of course. I am telling your audience what his lawyer almost certainly has told him to do.
You know, I have a family full of lawyers and prosecutors. My sister and brother were both prosecutors. My sister, 25 years, my brother, about 7. And you're exactly right. What Ja Morant does need to do, throw the gun in the bottom of a lake somewhere, not a river. I've learned rivers have currents, and it may wash up somewhere. True story. Throw it in a lake. Always throw the weapon in a lake, a deep lake. Start lying through your teeth, because the stakes are, let's be honest, the stakes are really high here for Morant.
Yeah, you're talking again about a 50-game suspension. In theory, his contract, if he's suspended for cause, could be voided. Nike could absolutely void his contract, which includes a signature shoe. You're talking dozens and dozens of games the rest of the season into next season. More money he'll lose than the average American makes in 10 lifetimes. He needs to make smarter decisions, and part of that begins with surrounding yourself with better individuals, okay? I've heard you say it. I completely agree. There's blame to be had everywhere, including with his own father. Many people have said that. It is this simple. You are a reflection of the people you surround yourself. If you want to carry guns and wear chains and act like you're a tough guy and act like you're some gangster from the hood, those decisions will catch up with you. It's very similar to what we've seen out of Alabama, actually. Make smart decisions. The Grizzlies need to put smart people around them, because I can tell you, we've seen this movie before, Dan, and it has a tragic ending if it's not stopped.
I'm not going to pretend that I'm from the hood, but in basketball and growing up in Gary, Indiana, I knew a lot of dudes that were legit gangsters, and they didn't want to be gangsters. Like if you could say to them, hey, look, man, you can go play in the NBA and you can be a multi-million-dollar, billion, whatever, they would take that in a second. It's amazing how dudes that aren't hard are trying to be hard. And it's like that movie Good Will Hunting, when Matt Damon gets told by Affleck, hey, look, if you're still laying brick here in 10 years, I'm going to beat the hell out of you because you got a gift. You got to go. It's sad. And I do blame. I want you to go a little bit, like, go nuts on his dad. His dad's an idiot, a fool, and he decided to be part of the scene, not be a father.
Absolutely. Here, let me speak about my own dad to contrast it. If I was 23 years old, posting videos of myself flashing guns in the fashion he was, and understand, Dan, I own guns, my dad owns guns, we hunt, we believe in the Second Amendment. It's nothing about that. This is about being essentially an absolute complete idiot. Your job as a father figure is to discipline your children, especially your male children, because young men without guidance are inherently going to make reckless, stupid decisions. Now we have a man in T. Morant, his dad, who has allowed his multimillionaire 23-year-old son to go completely off the rails while armed Okay, I cannot stress that enough. While armed, if I pulled this stunt at the age of 23, my dad would have pulled me out of whatever situation I was in, and I would have been terrified at the consequences, even if I was a millionaire. It's not about that. Your job as a father is not to be someone's friend. Your job as a father is to save young men from themselves, which T. Morant has failed. He should be ashamed of himself. It is disgusting. He's failed as a man. He has failed as a father. And his son's decisions, frankly, are a reflection of the leadership he is failing to get. And that, at the end of the day, falls on the dad.
Hey, thanks for watching Don't At Me with me, Dan Dakich. Make sure to like, subscribe, or click the notification bell for more of my beautiful face. Check out my full show to my right, or watch this other video. See ya.